So I went on a 5-day road trip across the United States because I was moving. And this is what I did.
It's a 10-story slide. This is terrifying.
First, we start in Chattanooga, Tennessee, which if you didn't know is on the eastern portion of the United States. At this point, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Feeling chill, feeling alive. Couldn't be feeling better going into a 5-day road trip. Then we passed through Nashville, Tennessee. It's a pretty cool looking city, didn't really do anything there. Just kinda cruised right through. After Nashville, we were finished with Tennessee and we ended up in a little place called Kentucky. Now, here it was more or less fields. As you can see, this is where the beginning of the fields is really starting to hit in, and the farms. Oh, and there's me. Hi. Yeah, I was feeling good. And then, after going through Kentucky, we went through Illinois. It was pretty much just all farms, and we got to St. Louis. And let me tell you, it is a cool city. And this is probably where a large portion of the video is actually going to be. As you can see, the arch is right there. And it was a pretty cool city. From here, we went to a place in St. Louis called the St. Louis City Museum. And it may sound boring at first, but let me tell you, it is far from that. We walk up, and there's a school bus falling off the building. Kind of. Bits and pieces of a cathedral. There's like a freaking ton of stuff. Essentially, it is a museum, but it's more of like imagine a full massive building that's just a jungle gym and has a bunch of crazy stuff in it. But it's all built from parts of the city, like old historical buildings and stuff. That's what this place was, and it was absolutely kind of crazy. There's like 2 planes that are part of this thing on the outside. What more could a kid ask for? And so we go in, get our wristbands. We look to our left, it looks kind of normal except for the fact that there's a freaking massive beluga whale in the center of the room. But besides that, there's like tunnels and stuff that go up into the roof. And this is where the story begins.
Oh my goodness. I'll follow you.
Yo.
Oh, my shins, bro. It's so dark. Oh, that looks so painful. I'm supposed to crawl on this metal? Oh god.
So, if you saw in those few clips, you probably were like, what the heck did I just witness? It was essentially just a ton of slides at a fast food restaurant, like, smashed together, but also some of them were metal, so it was like grinding against our knees, and it just hurt. We end up pretty bruised after this journey. Then we went to the 10-story slide.
It's a 10-story slide. Oh my gosh. That's terrifying.
Look at that.
Okay, we need to go up. This is terrifying. Oh my gosh. We're so high up. That's so scary.
So, we literally took probably 5 minutes to walk up these stairs, but let me tell you, it was a workout and a half. It was so hot in this area of the building. It was like a furnace. They had no AC there. It was rough. And with that, I started my descent down the slide.
Oh jeez. Oh my goodness. 10 stories. Oh, this is so uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Oh my gosh, I'm going so fast. Oh my pants. Oh my gosh. Oh. Jeez.
10 out of 10 would never do again. It essentially just gave me a wedgie the whole way down.
Dang, I'm dizzy after that one.
So then we see a little hallway, we see a section. Literally this area is just a cave. It's just caves. You just go in little tunnels that are caves. And it was kind of actually, it was really cool.
All right, we're going through here. Oh, whoa. Okay. Jeez. Oh, you're gonna go through this? All right, here we go.
Oh God, they hit my head.
I
bro.
can't see.
That is,
Oh, there it gets really
that is
thin.
not, oh my
Oh,
God.
jeez. Okay. I'm having to like light the way with my phone. Ow, my back. Oh my God. I'm going down a chain link fence. Oh, jeez. It's so dark. That's like,
That's the fun part.
where? I cannot see. Did you just leave me? Ow. Ow, my head. Ow, my back. Oh, I skinned my back. A chunk of rock took out a chunk of my spine. Oh no.
Bro,
It's really
I just got, like,
small.
I just got kidney disease by
Okay, we're out.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Oh my gosh.
I think one thing I learned after this experience was that I'm just a little bit too tall, too large to go in these caves. I repeatedly injured myself headbutting the stone that made up the walls of the caves. It was painful. It was painful. At that part where I gashed my back, I did actually like cut my back. Like there's like this stalactite that just get him! Just attacked me from the roof. I didn't run into it, it attacked me. And then we found this really cool apocalypse scene of the city. There's like a ton of like alien spaceships and stuff like just absolutely lighting up the ground in the skies. It was sick. It was pretty big too. And then after a bit of exploring, we found ourselves at the doorway to the outside. The art here is actually kind of crazy, like the structural architectural art. So it was essentially just a massive outside jungle gym area. Like, that was it. It was crazy though. There's like a ton of stuff to explore. We didn't really do much of that, but so we were like, let's go to the plains. Let's go to the plains. Those things looked actually sick. And of course, my single-celled brain didn't realize I was recording when we went in the plains. And not to mention that, the only part I actually recorded was me leaving the plane.
First successful flight landed.
I think after that, we pretty much just did a little more exploring and then left because we were pretty exhausted from the previous 7 hours of driving and getting absolutely annihilated by those stalactites in those caves. So, we kind of just went back to the hotel. Day 2 begins by us driving through the rest of Missouri. And during this section, I begin to realize that things are going to go swiftly downhill from here. It is just fields for miles. Then we go to Nebraska, and it really can more or less be only described in one word, which is corn. For literally hundreds of miles, it is just corn. Just corn farms. The sign for saying, oh, you've entered Nebraska, the state line, a sick joke. The good life? Yeah, it's just corn. It's not fun at all. It's just corn. And maybe some other random crop, like soybeans. It was terribly boring. I feel bad for those who live in Nebraska. Day 3, more corn. But we got through the corn and we got to Wyoming. And there's basically now just wind turbines and prairies and fields. That was really it for Wyoming. We went through a pretty gnarly thunderstorm though. And there was like a flash flood and stuff. Day 4, we finally got out of Wyoming. And we entered good old Utah. Alright? Let me tell you, the change of scenery was a blessing. The rock... It was like crazy looking rocky terrain. I'd never seen really anything like this before, so it was kind of sick. Way better than the corn fields and prairies. And then after driving through Utah for a bit, we ended up in Salt Lake and Salt Lake City. It's a pretty cool lake. It was way bigger than I was expecting, as you can see in that video. And then we got to a really actually crazy place, and this place is the Salt Flats. Now, if you've been to the Salt Flats, you know it's built a bit different. It was like the ground is just white. It's crazy. For like, it's a big area. There's like a ton of this, and it's just salt. Just pure salt. So that was pretty cool. We stayed there for about 15 minutes and then dipped. After the Salt Flats, we got to Nevada, and then we stayed at a hotel. Day 5. Now we get to drive through Nevada. And let me just tell you, the landscape is very unique if you've never seen it before. But a chunky portion of it is literally nothing. Not a single soul nor living life form for miles. It's literally just a dead, decaying wasteland. I am being harsh, but it's pretty much just desert-like most of the way. Like, pretty much all of it. And then once we got through most of Nevada, we passed through a city called Reno. And then we made it. The final stretch. California, the end destination. Very exciting. And it was, let me tell you, the scenery change. Much needed. I think these are called the Sierra Nevadas, if I'm correct. It was cool. Very beautiful area. But it was quickly ruined by back-to-back traffic through the mountains. And it was like 90+ degrees outside. So we were literally like melting in the car. So yeah, that's essentially my trip. Summed up into about less than 10 minutes. But yeah, see y'all later in the next video, I think, if you guys watch it. Also, like, weird fun facts, 90% of this footage was just cut out, because it was just like random 5-minute clips of cornfields, and no one wants to see that.